Welcome to my motorhome tour. This thing is pretty sick. There's a couple things that I wanted to show over video just because it's a pain in the butt to explain through text, and I'm selling it because I don't have time. So, a couple things about the motorhome. Tires were replaced about a year ago, and it is in fantastic shape as far as everything goes. Right down here we have the propane. If you want to take a look in, I believe it's a 20-30 gallon propane tank. It usually will last up to a month. I've never refilled it in the time that I've owned it. So now, if you want to follow me in, there's a bunch of stuff that I want to talk about out here as well. We've got the canopy, which was replaced about a year or two ago. And below that, there's also tons of storage on both sides. We got 2 storage panels on this side, and we've also got about 5 or 6. Let's take a look over there on that side. And as far as water goes, it has a 150 gallon, I believe, water tank, and that's for the clean tank. It's got a shower in the back right here, and one thing to note is the roof was replaced about 2 years ago, I believe, and it's got a backup camera right there, and as well as on the side. And if you follow me on this side, this is where our water inlet is. And right now I have all the pipes closed off for winterization, so they just need to be closed and then it will be back in business. Cool. So right here, this is where the gas goes in, and these right here are all storage as well. You can open those up. And this is where our commercial generator is. This is the bread and butter of the entire motorhome. It is in fantastic shape. So this thing, change the oil on it every 15 hours, I believe. That's what I was doing. This thing can run the AC while running everything else in the motorhome. Pretty great, and it's not too loud. Alright, let's go ahead and hop into the motorhome if you want to follow me over to this side. Another thing to mention is the oil on these beasts. Pain in the butt, but you do have to replace it. So I replace the oil every 5,000 miles. I know that's a bit extensive for some motorhomes, but even on long trips that we take out where we go, 1,000, 2,000 miles, still replace the oil. So go ahead and follow me in here. And I'd love to get the motorhome started and kind of just show everything around in here. So I'm going to go ahead and start the motorhome, as well as starting the generator. So there's the motorhome on and running. I'm now going to start the generator. So now the generator's on and running, and let's go ahead and turn on the lights. Doing this at a really bad time of day. So lights. I believe I need to switch it over to AC. Perfect, now it's running off the generator. So if you follow me in here, we can go ahead and turn on all the lights, which are all connected to one switch. You can set them up so that they're set on switches, but you don't have to have them run that way. I also have an off-grid lighting system set up for 12 volt batteries, but I don't always use it. If you turn around right here, I installed I believe it's a 43-inch TV. Right below that, we've got an AC unit for house power, so if you're plugged in somewhere where you can use power, you plug in right there. It works great. Right over here, we've got the microwave, which does run off of the generator, as well as the stove, which runs off of the propane in there. Now this couch right here, this flips into a bed, just like this. And another thing to notate about all this is I steam cleaned all the couches, and everything in here is super clean. And another thing is the flooring. The flooring was replaced about a year ago, and it looks fantastic. And if you follow me back here, we've got the fridge, and the fridge runs in 2 different ways. You can throw it on auto, and auto will choose between AC or gas. So if you're not running the generator, then I recommend throwing it onto gas, so while you're actually moving. And you've got 5 different settings right here, as well as settings as far as the humidity goes. And that's the look inside of there. Now right behind you right here, we've got another bed. This table folds down, and these come over, and that sleeps 2 as well. Now if you come back here, this is the bathroom. I was repainting all the wood, and like I said, the reason why I'm selling it is I just don't have time. So there's some spots back here where the paint isn't quite finished, but I've got the primer and the paint for it. I just haven't gotten to doing it. So there is these spots back here that do need to be finished with the paint. Everything as far as the shower works great. There was a couple spots where I had to patch up and seal, such as down here and right around here, but the shower still works in excellent shape. Now moving on to the back master bedroom. Another thing to mention is there's a sound system connected. You can connect it to that TV, and there's speakers back here as well as in the front. And here's the bed. Right underneath this bed, if you lift up right here, that's where the main water tank is. Right back here we've also got a storage closet. This is kind of where you can keep tons of good stuff, as well as closet right here. And like I said, these still need to be finished. They've been primed up, they just need a top layer of coat. That paint I do have though. As far as everything else on the motorhome goes, there's power outlets everywhere across it while you're running the generator. It runs great. And AC. AC is a beautiful thing to talk about. So while the generator is running, you've got 2 AC units that you can run, and all the settings are here, right here for it. So while you're plugged into a house, you can't run these AC units because they pull a lot of power. And that's why I have this smaller AC unit for if you're plugged into house power. So if you're on the grid, you plug that one in. If you're off the grid, you can plug this one in. And the 2 TVs. So right here we've got a 32-inch TV, and that's the other TV, and they do connect. As far as coming over here, I'll take the camera. We've got, I will go ahead and draw them out and around. So the hydraulic system is right here, and there's hydraulic lifts on each tire, and you can level it out right here. The electrical is a little bit confusing and messed up right now. I believe it just needs to be grounded. That's about everything. Other than that, it runs just perfect, and it doesn't have any issues as far as anything goes. 100% ready to take out.